Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going better than fantastic as well. Today I want to talk about something very important. And it's based on a question that was asked in the comment section. And it's a really good question. So thank you for asking it. The question is basically, what should I do if I can't leave a narcissist that is in their life right now? And there's a bit more to it as well, such as wanting to know how to disconnect or become numb to what is going on. And here's the thing. I don't think it has to do with going completely numb. Because you don't want to change one unhealthy way of being for another. But there is a bit of detachment that goes on, or that will likely need to happen. You see, oftentimes when people find out they are with a narcissist, they are already knee-deep into things. And that's why I make the videos that I make. So people can learn this stuff before they get into such situations. And this can be in dating or marriage relationships. This can be at work. Here's a big one in regards to work. You notice some red flags here and there. But they reel you back in with the sweet part of the sweet mean cycle. So you convince yourself everything is okay and that there must have been a misunderstanding. Then you go out and buy a new house on payments and a car on payments. Now you need this job more than ever. And guess what happens? This narcissist you might be working for, or the narcissist in your work group, might at this moment drop their mask. Only to make your life a complete misery. Possibly the job market dried up a bit. You can't find anything out there paying what you need to keep up your house and or car payments with. This is a dicey situation. The same thing happens in dating and marriage relationships. We've seen the red flags. But the love bombing the narcissist did to us was just that good. And we keep running behind the narcissist, hoping that our commitment to them would help them change back to who they were when we first met them. Nope. It doesn't work like that. And we only figure this out once we are deep into a relationship with them. We might share bills together. So forth and so on. Again, prevention is key. But there are a lot of people right now stuck, that are knee-deep into dealing with a narcissist where it's not so easy to get up and walk away. So what should one do? Well, everyone's situation is a little bit different. However, if I were to list some basics, I would say, ingrain in your mind that this person is a narcissist. And no matter what nice thing they do in the future or they might have done in the past, it was only because they were trying to manipulate you. They will never change. And they don't have the ability to change. They are in a fixed state. And they actually enjoy your pain. You have to really know and understand this fact. They will never change, they will never change, they will never change. This is where the detachment comes in. Remember, we talked about don't react. Just sit back and watch. Slow things down. You see, something I used to do with Susie, my narcissist ex, and I know many of you can relate, is I would feel the need to correct an untruth she was speaking. Especially if it was about me. But just like we talked about yesterday, she knows what she is saying is a lie and untrue. So what good will it do to try to correct her? You see, you and I have been baited into many arguments and problems with these people. My mother used to do this to me. And so did Susie. And I would fall for it again and again and again. But here's the thing. There was always some hope in the back of my mind I would get them to see what they were doing was wrong. I wanted them to see and acknowledge my pain. The pain they were causing me. And because of that, I stayed for longer than I should have stayed. In both instances. However, towards the end of my relationship with Susie, I knew it was over. And to a degree knew what she was. I did my best to not engage in her drama. But at times it happened. She loved to argue. And she would argue and try to go at me even when I wasn't paying attention to her. Here's the thing. The silent treatment doesn't work with these people. Or using this same tactic they've used on us. It just makes them madder and madder. However, once I got free from that relationship, and have observed other narcissists out in the world such as in the workplace, I've learned through trial and error to speak with them in such a way where they can speak about themselves so they can focus less on me. And I think this is something that one can do when dating or married to someone that they believe is a narcissist. Ask yourself, what things really can keep the interest of this toxic person you are with? What topics can be brought up that can get them to focus more on themselves than on you? What you should be doing is thinking about things that can keep this narcissist distracted, while you actively plan your escape. Because this is something you can't do forever. You came to a conclusion of what this person is. You came up with a game plan to buy you time. And during that time you've bought. You work as hard as you can so you can get yourself to freedom. Much like if you were working at a place where you did buy a new house and or car. And you need the income. But you realized your boss is or co-worker is a severe toxic narcissist. Find out what specific things that you can do to buy you time. And then after your work day is done, you have another work day ahead of you when you go home. And that's trying to find another job. Even if the job market is a mess. Look and don't stop looking. I've seen it happen before. Someone gets a job at a place for 2 months. Then out of the blue they put in their 2 weeks as they got a good job somewhere else. Did this person get lucky? Did the job fall into their lap? Likely not. However, it's likely there was something about the job they were at they didn't like. Or someone there they didn't like. And they made sure they put it as top priority to get out by any means necessary. And again, these are the people you thought liked it there. They never let on there was a problem. They were there one moment and then they peacefully and quietly left. Well, just the same. If you have been at a company for a while, you should be doing the same thing. First step. What can I do at work to get this target off of my back? And if that means playing the narcissist's game, oh well. I will get them to talk about themselves. I will pretend what they are saying is awesome and cool. All to buy time. All to buy time. Meanwhile, when as soon as you go home, you are working on your paperwork to submit for new jobs. And even if it takes 6 months to a year to get out, at least you got out. Some people never start the journey to leave and just stay at this company. Or they study about narcissism, but are in a relationship with a narcissist for years. Mainly because they never started the actual journey to leave. You see, even a prisoner of war can get comfortable with what is happening. Even though they hate their cage and the food they eat. Something in them becomes paralyzed and they never look for or try to figure out how to escape. And I think that's a common thing. A bit more common than people know. Here's an example. And though this can happen to both men and women, this is something very common we see in men in our society. Most basic average men have a hard time getting their spouse into trouble. We are talking about people that aren't narcissists here. Again, I know it happens both ways. But if you talk to any lawyer, they will say it's extremely uncommon that men shows up in their office wanting to take their wives for all they have. Yes. It happens. But they see far more women doing this. Again, I still believe narcissism is 50-50. Both men and women have narcissism at the same rate. We are just looking at one small example here. And the reason why I brought up this example is, more men might They might get a better shake when the relationship breaks up, if they months if not a year or so before the complete end. If they could have realized there was no saving the relationship, and they just played the game and gathered evidence and documented the abuse. Possibly the out-of-control spending. Their lack of parenting to your son or daughter. Possibly their drinking and other habits they might have that can be seen as dangerous. And I know that there are good women out there that don't want to bring such things forth and have high hopes that things will work out. But we all know that men most of the time lose in family court and divorce court. And one thing they could do to increase their chances of success is to start documenting everything. Get video footage. Take pictures of your wife's alcohol containers next to the bed. Document her yelling matches and fits of rage at 3 in the morning. And once you feel like you have enough information collected, go to a professional and show them what you have. And ask what chances you have of real success to get away and be okay after the fact. You see, there are some people that will tell a man or a woman to just get up and go. And if your life is in danger, yes, get up and go. Please don't wait. Leave behind what you have to leave behind and get to safety. But in many cases life is bad, but they don't feel like they will lose their life. Though be careful. Narcissists have been known to put things in your food and drink over time to hurt your health and even worse. But I think you know what I mean. Well, if it's so bad, why don't you leave? Why don't you leave? That's all you hear. And you are thinking, we are tied up in a house together. We are married. We share investments and they have control over this or that. And that's where evidence comes into play. You see, one day Susie clearly attacked me. Unprovoked. And I was able to get the police involved. I was scared. But I knew it was my only chance at freedom and I took it. If she would have known what was happening, she would have likely scratched herself or something. But she wasn't suspecting anything at all. She had mistreated me so many times and gotten away with it. And this time, she ended up in handcuffs. And the moment she was arrested, she lost all of her power. It was gone, gone, gone. And I was able to get free. If you have pictures, videos and audio evidence, bring it to a lawyer and say you want out. But you don't want to lose your shirt. Because here's the thing. A lot of people act like just leaving is all you need to do. Wrong. Oftentimes the narcissist you are leaving will then control the terms of your leaving and will abuse you in the court system even further for years and years and years. Making your life even worse. And sometimes 10 more times worse than it was before. And this usually happens because no time or preparation was given to leaving in the first place. Okay. This person I'm married to is a narcissist or is likely a narcissist. Narcissist won't get better even if they do something nice. They don't do nice things because they are actually nice. They do nice things because they want to trick you into staying. So he or she is a narcissist. They won't and can't change. So I'm going to just play the game. And from this day forward I'm going to gain evidence that will help me get free. And when they least expect it, I will be gone. Now if you are in the marriage, there is really no way to get away without getting them mad. It's much different than just dating someone for a handful of months. Or working at a job. You can always depart and give a believable excuse as to why you are leaving. But marriage, that's a different story. Or if you have kids. Or both. And since the level of things are so high, it's best if you can. If you can. To get all of the evidence you can. Showing to you are abused and in a terrible home environment. Show it to a trusted professional. And get out safely and legally. Okay. They are a narcissist. What have you done to start the process to get free? What have you done? Are you still debating in your mind or have you taken action? Most people don't take action. And narcissists thrive and depend on this fact. I hope you found this helpful. and I would love to hear from you all on this very important topic. Please put your comments in the comment section below. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.